Welcome to this version of TinyTableauTips with the Tableau Jedi from Norway. And today I'm going to continue talking a bit more about creating calculations or calculated fields in Tableau. We looked at some ways we could edit and adjust this previously, but one tiny little tip, especially when it talks about the level of detail calculations that some people have a bit problem to create or understand rather. So if I go to this, we can always go and create a calculated field, give it a name, fixed something and thing, and then I put in the fixed calculation, and then I need to put in whatever dimension I need. So maybe I'm going to do this by the segment, and then I'm going to find the sum of profit. And of course we need to add the curly brackets in the end. This is fine, but if you forget how to do this, or you're a bit lazy like I am sometimes, if you know that you're going to do a level of detail calculation segment on profit, we can take profit, we can drag it, put it on top of segment. Remember to keep in the control key. When you drop it, we see down here, we have a new profit parenthesis segment. I can edit this, and we have created this level of detail quick drag and drop calculation. A couple of other tiny tips in here is how or where do we create our calculated fields. Probably you've seen sometimes that if you're a bit hasty in clicking, if you double click on any of these green pills or even on the blue pills, you see that basically it turns out to be a white pill where you can do whatever you want. So if I go to my sum of profit, I could multiply everything with 1.2 or not comma, but dot in this particular case, and you get a new recalculated field. If I would like to reuse this, because now this is a calculated field and not just the measure itself, I can drag it to the left-hand side. I get sum of profit times 1.2, which is of course a bit weird name, but that's the calculation we have in there. So we can call it the new and improved profit. I have a new calculated field, and you also see that the name over here is changing to new and improved profit, and it's also changing on the header over here. We can, of course, create calculated fields directly from this button. We can right-click on the white page or white data pane. We can create a calculated field from there. If I know that I'm going to be using profit to any of my calculation, I can right-click, create calculated field, and it brings in profit straight away, and then you can do whatever magic you need. We can double click on any columns or rows or even on detail on the marks card, and then I can say sum of profit divided by sum of sales, and I have a ad hoc calculation that I only have in here, put it into my view. And I need to change this to, since it's a number, I should change this to a percentage so that I can actually see any numbers on the right-hand side. Make sure that I do that on the pane, change to percentage, and you see that I have my percentage in here. And same as before, just drag it to the left, save it off, and you have a new profit ratio that you can use in other sheets and dashboards as well. So those are some of the places we can do that. We can even go to the triangle on columns, do new calculation. That's the same as just double clicking to get that white pill. And then if you need to have an overview of all your calculated fields, a couple of ways, you can then go to this filter by, this funnel, and then say calculation, and you will see all your calculated fields indicated by an equal sign on the left-hand side. So these are all the calculated fields in this particular data source. Or you can even go to analysis and go down to edit calculated field, and you see all of them, and you can directly click and edit like this. And if you have used this calculated fields in a dashboard, so let's go over here, and do I have any calculated field in here? Let's go to analysis, edit calculated field, and we can actually go in here and edit. Instead of going back to the sheet, we can do it directly from the dashboard page and don't have to go back and forth. So that is some more tips on calculated fields. If you like these and would like to see more, please click and subscribe and be ready for more in the next video.